It's like the tallest flag I could have found. So this video is for anyone that is looking to immigrate to Canada or the United States. And the idea of traveling to a new country to immigrate, to move, to like make a permanent home with a new family and all this other stuff can be daunting, it can be scary. But you know, it's also a life of adventure. It is a life of new opportunities. And I just wanted to show you what happens if you actually live and move into like another country. This is something I call the immigration scale, where depending where you fall on this immigration scale will greatly change how your experience is like in a new country. So for this part, I need a diagram. I'm using terms that we use very commonly in the Asian American community. So you're someone from abroad and you want to move to Toronto, Canada. Now the typical stereotypes that we have here, we have the FOBs, we have the FOB converted, we have the CBCs, also known as the ABC. Then we have the HAPAs, then we have the banana, and then eventually we go on to expat. So your Canadian experience is going to really depend on where you are on the scale. The FOB being the first group of Asian immigrants that come to Canada, and as you move across, we have the FOB converted. This is the people that were born in another country but they're still children and they come over to Canada. Then you have the first generation, the CBC, ABC, CBC meaning Canadian born Chinese, or the ABCs, the American born Chinese, or the Australian born Chinese. Then we have the HAPAs. The HAPAs are the half Asian, half whatever. The banana, which is really where I jumped. I went from here and I jumped straight to banana, which is always fun. And once you realize you want to re-explore your culture roots, you end up being the expat. So I just want to quickly alliterate that, you know, I don't speak any Asian languages. I'm like a pure banana. I'm like white on the inside, yellow on the outside. I think that's how that works. So when I'm like hanging out with Venus's friends or Venus's family, and they mainly speak Chinese as the main language, or Cantonese as the main language, then yeah, I'm okay with it. Because, you know, I'm intruding into their space, they want to do their own thing, and I'm really the guest into their world, their community, their whatever. I think it's really cool that they're developing their own Canadian identity through the languages and the cultures that they bring to this country. But yeah, that's my glimpse into the FOB world. I don't really have that many FOB friends because I don't have, we can't really communicate because they don't speak English half the time. But yeah, that is how that goes. It's so cold. So this is like an actual temple?
Yes.
Oh damn. Wait, what I did there was already bad? Really? Oh.
This is where we're going.
Wait, did I just do something bad a second ago?
Maybe. I wouldn't.
I literally know nothing. You know, I don't think I've ever been to something like this before.
I know.
How do you know that? What does this one say? Is it going any fat try?
No, it's not. It's like safety.
I win. Why are you looking at my signature like that? Isn't that horrible?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Oh my god, look at this.
Wait, is it bad?
Yeah? What are you doing?
I'm videotaping you.
What?
This is the whole Fabi section of the video. Okay, what are we eating?
We have roast pork, fish, barbecue pork, sausage, fried rice, and this is like a pot of...
What is that?
It's a pumpkin, it's squash,
And what's that?
onion, chicken, onion, and bread.
Cool.
In French style.
Nice. Hi, everybody.
Hi. 後邊啊，喂呢邊好啲喎喂。哇！
What's going on? That's a nice cake.
Yeah, it's so big.
你熟實喜愛生日快樂，年年都有今日，歲歲每個今天，恭喜你，恭喜你！
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't follow you with that, but happy birthday. You see, my mom, she was born in Malaysia, and at some point in her life, she decided to fly over from Malaysia to Canada to be a student here in this country. Hello. Hi, Grandpa.
Great grandpa. Hi, Rachel. Yeah. You remember Chitem? I mean Chitem.
She can't see me.
She can see.
So I guess I'm heading over to my parents' house to kind of like get some clarity on something. I actually never heard her story of why she came to Canada. I guess this would be a very good time to explore that. Cause that's my dad. Hi. And this is my mom.
Hello.
So you want to show me my kids' pictures? Hey, it's baby Mike. Is that me?
Yeah, that's you. That's you.
Why do I look so mad?
You always look mad.
Am I licking her face?
See, that's my dad. With you. Went to the park.
Cute. I remember when I was a little kid, I wanted to be a baseball star.
That's you.
I've never seen this book before. When did you do this?
Long time ago. With
What year did you come to Canada?
1980.
1980. And you didn't speak a word of English when you got here.
No. I do speak a bit of English, but broken English.
And what made you decide to stay here in Canada?
By the 4th year I was here, already got used to the lifestyle here, and I like it here, so I decided to stay on in Canada.
So when you got here, were there like community? What languages did you speak when you got here?
I speak Malay, I speak Chinese, dialect Hokkien, and I don't really speak Cantonese.
So you say from Malaysia, but we're actually Chinese, aren't we?
Yeah, we're Chinese. I am the 4th generation Chinese in Malaysia. So when I came over here, so Maiku became the 1st generation that was born in Canada, right? So I guess everybody, all Chinese come from China, but our ancestor immigrated from China and went to Malaysia. So my grandparents is come from I guess like wealthy family when they moved to Malaysia. I am the 4th generation in Malaysia. Yeah.
Have you seen Crazy Rich Asians?
Huh? Not yet. Going to, but not yet.
How did I turn out to not know any Asian languages? And
when you were younger, I did take you, Kevin, and Pauline to Chinese school, but you hated. You didn't like to go. You begged not to go back to the Chinese school, and that's where you end up not know any Chinese. I did take you guys there every Saturday to the Chinese school. You remember you begged not to go back there because you say the rest of the kids can speak Chinese and you can speak Chinese. So
awesome. I actually knew the answer to that already, because I do remember like hating it there, and I do remember all the kids back then, they would like bring their kids to the Chinese school, but all the kids like were already they already knew Chinese.
Yeah, the Cantonese, because their parents are Cantonese, but I don't really speak Cantonese, so when you guys were born, I would always talk to you in English, so and then I did take you guys to the school. You guys didn't want to go to the school, so I ended up not, and now Pauline is teaching Rachel and Arissa
Does
Chinese.
she know Chinese? I don't actually know.
Oh, she doesn't know Chinese, but she take all those books that we Chinese, or she learned it from Google how to speak some word, and now Rachel is learning a little bit of Chinese.
So majority of the video so far has been through the eyes of an immigrant coming to Canada. I want to switch it around and I want to show you what my life is like here in Canada as a first generation born Canadian. I consider myself to be a banana because I don't speak any of the Asian languages. There's a varying degrees of how much tradition that you get to keep depending on how much language you have. I have zero, so I have zero Chinese traditions behind me. So it means that I had to create a new identity for myself. And that new identity for myself really revolved around the people that I met, the people that I like to hang around, and just being around fellow Canadians trying to achieve a singular goal of just having a happy life here in this country. What's up, friends?
Hi!
Welcome to dinner night at the Miguel's house. We have the Venus Chan. So this is like our weekly traditional dinner. We all have dinner every Sunday here. Because the fun thing about being like totally new and being a banana is that you just make up all your own traditions. Right?
Yay!
Okay, happy dinner weekend. Tacos.
Hi.
So how's that Hapa life, man?
What? Say what? I don't know. It's just.
I don't know, you have a pretty good crowd here.
Yeah.
Half Brazilian, half everybody.
I know. I don't know. It's just normal.
What is this called?
What is that called again?
Fortune telling.
We are creating a fortune teller to decide how fucked up we're gonna get today.
We're trying to explore the city and we want to do it like this.
With shots?
With numbers, shots, and all kinds of...
So the moral of the story is this: if you're planning to come to North America, Canada, United States, or even here in Toronto, Canada, it's a great place to live. Everybody here is all trying to achieve the same thing. Everyone wants to be happy. Everyone wants to find friends, find love, find a good life for their kids, and it is one of the this is the most amazing spots to do that. And I think I'm living proof. The amazing people that I live with, the amazing people that are surrounded me in my community here in Toronto have just made me a better person in general. Alright, so I guess thank you guys for watching. Remember, like and subscribe, and hopefully this is something that's been helpful for you. If not, leave a comment below and let me know what you think about life here in Canada. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Peace. Add a spice.
Okay. Okay, I want to try spice. Okay. So spicy! Make it work! That's just a little.
Okay, here we go, guys.
Oh, you're doing it? You're doing it, buddy?
You're scaring me.